Justice for baby Lily. This is concerning the pills by post-abortion policy, which briefly is women can now contact a medical professional, supposed, via online, not actually going in person, and not provide any evidence, and also say that they are so many weeks pregnant, and they will be sent a pill once they've declared they're so many weeks pregnant, and they will have an abortion at home using the pills by post method. So the background to the policy is remote abortion, also known as home or DIY abortion, is when women are approved for an abortion via a remote consultation by telephone or video call. Yeah, telephone or video call. Can you believe that? Taking of a human life just over the phone. Yes, we will send you the pill. How many weeks pregnant are you? Oh, yes, I think it's 6 weeks, I think, up to 6 weeks. But anyway, we'll find out. The drugs used for a medical chemical abortion are then posted to the woman who self-administers them and aborts the baby at home. Absolutely horrendous. Since August 2018, this has been going on. The second stage of the abortion pill process had been available outside a medical setting. Women could take the pills home to administer themselves. The change took place first in Scotland and In March 2020, the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care approved the following 2 temporary measures in England affecting the regulation of abortion during the coronavirus public health crisis. Oh, look what they used to bring in this mass murder pills by post law. And they used the lockdown and they said, oh, we'll bring it in here, this would be great, we'll get more kids slaughtered in the womb, they don't have to come in, they'll just tell us they're so many weeks pregnant, you know, no checks or whatever, we just believe what they're saying and we'll send out the pill. Women and girls will be able to take both pills for early medical abortion, not 6 weeks, up to 10 weeks in their own homes without the need to first attend a hospital or clinic. You know, women and girls. Registered medical practitioners, doctors, will be able to prescribe both pills for the treatment of early medical abortions up to 10 weeks from their own homes. Similar approvals were made the next day in Wales, etc. And also Scotland. Abortion giant Mary Stopes UK swiftly launched a telemedicine abortion service, followed a few days later by BPAS, British Pregnancy Advisory Services, pills by post. So can we see what's going on here? First off, they bring it in during the lockdown. Secondly, who's to say? How are they going to prove how many weeks pregnant they are? How are they going to prove that over the phone? And via video consultation? What proof? There's been no, let's just say hypothetically, lady phones up. Let's just say she's maybe 30 weeks pregnant. And maybe she doesn't show that much, even if the doctor or whatever medical professional said, well, let's stand up, let's see your stomach over the video. Even if they did that, sometimes you can't tell a woman's pregnant, and we'll go on to that in a second. And so therefore, the pill will be sent out. There's no checks, there's no in-person consultation. It's just being taken, the word of the person who's pregnant, saying, I'm less than 10 weeks old. Despite public opposition in government consultations, the policy was made permanent in 2022. Sounds like, I mean, it's a totally different thing, but it sounds like this is what our governments do now. They don't listen to the public anymore. They say they do, but they're going to do it anyway. While there are not definite figures for the number of pills by post-abortions, taking both abortion drugs at home is now the most common procedure, accounting for 52% of all abortions in 2021. So, and now we're going to move on to justice for baby Lily. Baby Lily was aborted. Her mother decided to phone up one of these consultation lines, I think when she was something like 30-something weeks, claiming to be less than 10 weeks. And the supposed medical professional sent out the abortion pill. She took the abortion pill. And the next thing, she needs the ambulance. Paramedics come out. Can't tell whether she's pregnant. This is what I'm saying before. If they can't see you're pregnant, you could stand up on the video call and say, well, look, you know, it looks, you can clearly see I'm over 10 weeks. But that's not the case all the time. And that was the case here. Even the paramedics couldn't tell she was pregnant well past the 10 weeks. But anyway, the paramedics went away. And then because she popped the pill, she then miscarried the child, which was something like 32 to 34 weeks. So, June the 12th, Crown Court at Stoke-on-Trent sentenced Carla Foster, a 44-year-old mother of three, to 28 months imprisonment for the offence of administering poison with intent to procure a miscarriage. The sentence was subsequently reduced to 14 months and was suspended. The original sentencing judge, Mr. Justice Pepperell, found that Miss Foster, knowing that she was over 24 weeks pregnant, told a BPAS operative that she was 7 weeks into a pregnancy. She was then posted abortion pills, Mr. Pepperell said. On 9th of May, you took mifepristone. That same day, you conducted internet searches. So it goes on how they found out she knew quite well, clearly, that she was over the 10-week period. And I think it says here, the internet searches suggesting that you were 28 weeks pregnant. You then took the misoprostol at around 1 p.m. on 11th of May. 2 emergency calls were made, as I've said. They came out, etc. The paramedics left. The second call was made at 6:39 p.m, short 5.5 hours roughly later, before your daughter Lily, yes, your daughter Lily, so it's a child from conception. But even the judge called, just because she decided she didn't want a child anymore, it doesn't make it not a child. It's the same with any age in a pregnancy, from the moment from conception. So the judge basically said, before your daughter Lily was stillborn, paramedics attended at 7 p.m, but all attempts at resuscitation failed, and Lily was pronounced dead. Little Lily at 7:45 p.m. Further internet searches that evening suggested that you believed that you were 30 weeks pregnant. 30 weeks pregnant, and she managed to convince the supposed medical professional she was less than 10 weeks pregnant, 7 weeks pregnant. The pregnancy, according to the post-mortem, was 30 to 34 weeks. Gestation at the time of this offence. There were no sign of natural disease or trauma that could explain her death. In police interview, you falsely maintained that the pregnancy was less advanced than you plainly knew it was. So there we go, folks. Justice for baby Lily. And we can go on and read about these side effects and the dangers of posting pills out to women who phone up and not needing to actually go and see a medical professional. And we've got a classic example there of somebody phoning up. The system is horrendous to allow this thing to carry on, but this is where we are at. And life has become cheap. No wonder we have a nurse and others in the past killing babies in maternity wards, in hospitals, namely Chester. No wonder we have young teenagers stabbing people, stabbing young girls and killing them on the streets. Life is becoming cheap, and this is how it starts. It's already started. When we make life cheap, life becomes cheap in the minds of those who want to take life. And we've now got the abortion industry wanting, and to decriminalise abortion after certain times. In other words, it's criminal after a specific time. But they're now using these sickos, to say, well, we shouldn't criminalise the mother for getting rid of her children or child. We shouldn't criminalise. It should be decriminalised. Abortion is murder, and it should be classed, in my opinion, as murder. It's the taking of a human life. Justice for baby Lily. Luke 8:17. For there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. And this is Jesus Christ speaking. And here we have in Ephesians 5:11-13. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. For it is shameful even to speak of those things which are done by them in secret. But all things that are exposed are made manifest by the light, for whatever makes manifest is light. Amen.